Hyper Light Breaker is the prequel to Hyper Light Drifter, which came out seemingly eons ago in 2016. While Hyper Light Drifter was a more Zelda-like experience, Hyper Light Breaker is a action roguelike emphasizing multiplayer. You can easily see how the two worlds are connected via the art style that oozes with color. In the game, you are a breaker, which amounts to a type of class system. Breakers are destined to fight bosses called crowns, and once enough are defeated, they can take on the Abyss King. The catch is that every time you die, a counter ticks down. Die enough, and you have to reset the world, so it's essentially a race to the finish line. It's one of the most challenging roguelikes alone, but you can join 2 friends or 2 randos for 3-player co-op. This is how the game is meant to be played, and when I had the most fun. Probably because I often got grouped with players I thought were way better than me. Anyway, solo or co-op, you explore this archipelago of islands, fighting monsters and collecting loot and materials. You don't level up during a run, as it's all equipment-based progression, better weapons, accessories, etc. At home base, you can unlock shops to buy temporary gear, and there's a leveling up system and skill tree for permanent upgrades too. The thing is, to progress, you have to do a lot of grinding or get lucky with your loot drops. Dragon Quest 1 style grinding. It's a bit much, and I enjoy roguelikes, but more the kind where I can immediately feel and see myself growing as a character in the game. My standard is of course Rogue Legacy or its sequel. In that way, I felt myself not vibing with Hyper Light Breaker as much as I wanted to, even though I enjoyed the open environments, bright colors, and co-op. For an early access game, I found it a bit rough to get fully into, and I've played plenty of early access games where I felt that connection right away, like Hades 2 last year. I'll also say, while it runs on the Steam Deck technically, it's not advised to check it out on there because it just looks kind of bloated, as you can see in my footage. That's how I captured it. I won't give it a score since it is in early access now. What I'll say is this instead. Unless you have 2 dedicated friends who want to play as well, and you have a decent PC set up at home, I would wait. And that's all I have to say for now, but I will of course check back and see how this game turns out later down the run. So, fingers crossed.